Capricorn. Let's see what's coming up for you now that we are close to mid-month. What's happening the rest of the month for you, okay? Let me just do one more shuffle. So we're using the Druidcraft Tarot deck. I would appreciate it if you guys, let's see what's coming up for Capricorn. I would appreciate it if you guys like, react to the video, share, comment, do as much as you can to push the algorithm so that I know you appreciate the time and energy I take to make these, okay? All right, let's see, Capricorn. Four of Swords, Nine of Wands. Not surprising the King of Pentacles came out. Let's see, Capricorn. What's coming up for you, Cappies? Oh, I think this one came out first. Let's see. Okay, so far it is not looking bad. With the Four of Swords, I think more than anything, you're doing a lot of healing right now, which is not surprising. You've got Pluto still in Capricorn. Let's see, right? Oh, shit. I'm like about to drop this whole thing. So we've got healing. We've got growth in business. Let's see, one more. Oh, okay. Guess we got two more. And at the bottom of the deck, oh, Six of Pentacles. Okay. So, Six of Pentacles makes me think you guys are either getting so well off financially that you are getting really generous. Because that's honestly a very Capricorn thing, right? You guys are very successful, very driven, very ambitious. If you're at your highest frequency, right? So I do think that you are working really hard to establish yourself to the point where you can help others who may require your help as well. Now, let's look at what's going on with the rest of these cards. So again, we're starting off with the Four of Swords. So I do think that you guys are doing a lot of healing. I feel like I've come across a lot of people that have really heavy Capricorn energy, and the pattern I'm noticing is a lot of reflection. And it's I was going to say it's mirrored here, but it's not really mirrored here. It's shown here, right? It's showcased, where there's like a lot of reflection on previous actions, maybe previous connections. And that's what Pluto's doing, right? It's really getting you to question, okay, why have I allowed this in my life? Why have I done this? Questioning yourself, the reasons that you did things, your motivations, a lot of transformation. With the Nine of Wands, so this is a double whammy, okay? With the Nine of Wands, I do think that you are not only putting in a lot of determination and a lot of push to get things done, because if you see this is a warrior, right? This is somebody who has been through shit. I mean, look at his arm is bandaged. But it doesn't matter how he's injured, what he's been through. Look at his face. I'll move the light a little bit so y'all can see his face. Look at his face. He looks determined as fuck. And if that's not Capricorn, I don't know what is. But the determination is towards becoming King of Pentacles, towards becoming wealthy, affluent, having status, having your own business, having recognition. So I feel like that's going to be a big part of this reading, is really that. I don't really see a lot of emotional things, although the Ace of Cups is in the center. We'll get to that in a minute. Four of Wands is here as well. So with this up here, the Four of Wands could represent you establishing your business, right? But it could also represent you getting to the point where maybe you're getting a loan to buy a house. Maybe you're getting a loan to purchase some sort of commercial property, or maybe purchase property to be able to start establishing your territory. I do think overall, although you're doing a lot of reflection, and this is good, this analyzation is good, but I do think that you're getting to this place where you're also learning to be very forgiving with yourself, learning to be like, okay, so yeah, maybe I did say that, or maybe I did do that, but I was really young and stupid at the time, or I was really immature, or I could have done better, but like being gentle with yourself, realizing that you're not perfect and pushing yourself to be is a little harsh, right? And that itself gets you in touch with your creative side. So for those of you Capricorns that are, which honestly, this is something I like talking about when it comes to Capricorns. You guys act like y'all are all business, right? But what most people don't realize is Capricorns actually have really deep creative side. Remember, they are the sea goat. Half of them is that driven, ambitious mountain goat. The other half of them is a fishtail. So you can see that as like immersed in intuition, immersed in emotion. Capricorns actually have really creative talents. And so for those of you who are in touch with those creative talents, this work that you're doing is bringing that alive even further. You're tapping into a lot of creativity, a lot of like willingness to put yourself out there. Because I feel like for a long time, maybe you were like, okay, well, yeah, this is my creativity, but you wouldn't really share it with anybody. Nobody really knew about your talents. And with this Page of Cups, you're finally like, okay, maybe I'm going to put myself out there. Let's see what happens. And if it works, it works. And if not, it won't, but I do think it's going to work. But it does require a Page of Wands energy, a Princess of Wands. It requires bravery. It requires going down paths you've never gone down before. It requires this resolute. Both of these energies are very similar. Being very determined. Being very sure that nothing is going to get in your way. This is where the Capricorn shines, right? You guys, the word that really, to me, is synonymous with Capricorn is endurance. But I feel like this is not connected to endurance in the sense that, there's different ways you can interpret endurance. Endurance usually has to do with suffering, right? You have to endure. But this feels like endurance in the sense that it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to show the things that you want to show. Maybe you're really good at drawing. Maybe you're really good at painting. Maybe you're really good at singing. And it's embarrassing to you to expose this side of yourself because it feels really vulnerable. It feels really raw. But you are enduring because you're like, you know what? This is worth it. And you know what comes from that? Karmic rewards. Good karmic rewards. You transfer into the sun, joy, happiness, creativity exploding because you had faith in your abilities, because you had faith in yourself, in your ethic of work, in your ethic of everything that you are representing. All these wonderful things start coming to pass. So this is wonderful. Let's start clarifying. Let's see what this represents. So this is the Druidcraft Tarot, and this is the Tarot of Marseille, which I'm going to be using to clarify. Let's see. Clarify 6 of Pentacles. So we start Page of Wands again. Seven of Wands. And the World card, with the King of Wands underneath. So this is wonderful because the Page of Wands is like barely being okay, right? It's a baby. The Page of Wands is a child. So it's struggling with it a little bit, but being okay with being the center of attention. That's why I said it requires bravery, right? But I feel like you're starting to really step into that with the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands usually shows somebody who's on a hill fighting off people that are below them. So there may be people saying stupid shit like, oh, you think you're better than us now. And oh, you really think you're something. People who are honestly just jealous is what they are. And you're fighting it off. You're like, no, you know what? You're not going to make me feel like shit. I know that I've earned this. I know that I've put in the work. I literally have bled, sacrificed. I've done everything I need to do to get where I am now. You will not shame me. And you're really defending yourself this time, which is fantastic, which is why you go from page to king. Because the king is not going to be knocked down. He knows he's a leader in his industry. He knows he's doing things that other people are not willing to do. And he doesn't care how they judge him. He's just going to do it. So that's amazing, Capricorn. Let's clarify this Four of Swords. Clarify Four of Swords. That was a lot. We're not going to take it. Clarify Four of Swords. Okay, we get the Magician, Two of Swords, and the King of Swords. Wow, there's the King of Wands again. I'm telling you, Capricorn, you're really, really stepping into this really confident part of yourself. So I really love this because the Four of Swords is your healing, right? All the things that you're evolving, moving past, releasing. And we see the Magician here, which really shows that you have realized finally that you have all it takes to make yourself successful. You have the Pentacles, which is the material, time, effort, energy, possibly even financial efforts. You've got the Swords, which is the intelligence. You've got the Wands, which is the passion, the drive. And you've got the Cups, which is the emotional connection to it. So you're like, I've got everything to make myself successful. But with the Two of Swords, this is also like a very Capricorn trademark thing. You're moving in silence. So there's plans you've got, things that you're brewing that you're not really telling anybody about. Because you're like, well, I don't want this to be because I'm trying to impress people. I want it to be because it's something I really, really want to do. I want it to be because I know I'm an expert in the subject. You're King of Swords. You are the one people come to for guidance, for knowledge, for references, all of that. You want to be that person. And I do think with these three swords here that there might have been a time where that was a wound for you. You weren't comfortable with that. This might have been a little bit of a trigger. If anybody used to refer to you as the expert, or you were kind of like, oh, no. I know you would do the modesty thing of like, no, that's anybody can do that. And now you're like, no, you know what? You're right. I am the expert and I have no problem saying that I am. So good for you, Capricorn. You are healing and stepping into such a confident energy. You're showing up as three different kings so far. King of Swords, King of Wands, and King of Pentacles. So that's amazing. Let's clarify this Nine of Wands. The Lovers. My Libra ass gets all excited when I see love. Okay, Nine of Wands. Wow. I just said you're showing up as three kings and there's the fourth king. King of Cups. And the Ace of Pentacles. Interesting. Followed by the Two of Pentacles. So see, this is further confirmation. The Two of Pentacles is somebody who makes a living doing what they love. Normally, in all tarots, or not all, but most tarots, the Two of Pentacles shows a man that is juggling, and he's juggling, but he's making money, right? Which means that he's doing what he loves. He's having fun at work, but it's still work. So I do think that you are allowing yourself to step into this energy of like, okay, I'm finally going to do what I love. I'm going to stop trying to cater to the masses. I'm going to stop trying to do what everybody thinks I should do and get in touch with myself. So the Lovers, to me here, this doesn't speak so much about an actual lover. I feel like this speaks to you getting in touch with the feminine energy within. Because Capricorn is very masculine, right? It's ruled by Saturn. So it's very much about drive, ambition, endurance, persistence. All of these qualities, determination, they make up Capricorn, right? But the opposite of Capricorn energy is Cancerian energy, King of Cups. So I do think you're stepping into this very getting in touch with your feminine side, which is opening up amazing doors for you to finally work in what gives you joy and what gives you happiness. And it's been rough. I mean, look at this guy. It's been rough, right? Your healing is intense, but I love this guy's face. I love it. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck because of his expression. So congratulations, Capricorn. This getting in touch with your feminine side is not easy, right? Because society has this toxic masculinity thing going on where if you ever show any softness or weakness, they consider it weakness, right? Vulnerability is weakness when it's not. And I think you're realizing that now. You're getting in touch with that piece of yourself that allows you to get in touch with your creativity. This is the feminine energy. But let's keep going before we get here. Let's clarify this King of Pentacles. Clarify King of Pentacles for Capricorn. Knight of Swords. Eight of Swords and Queen of Pentacles. With the Fool card. So, did I not just say you're getting in touch with the feminine energy? The Fool card also represents you having to take a leap of faith. You having to trust that your intuition is guiding you in the correct direction, that you are doing what's right, that you're doing what is the best thing for you. And then look at this. This action you're taking, because that's what the Knight of Swords represents, right? Action. With the Eight of Swords, you're freeing yourself. The Eight of Swords is somebody who feels trapped. Usually, the Eight of Swords shows a woman that has a blindfold on and she's tied up with a rope and there's swords all around her. But if you look closely, she is the one holding the rope. So it's like you finally realize that the only one holding yourself back is you. Nobody else is holding you back. Nobody can hold back your Capricorn ass. And so you're breaking free. You're stepping into the combination of masculine and feminine energies, even within yourself, even within your Capricorn energy itself, because Capricorn can be either masculine or feminine. It's just very difficult for Capricorn to get in touch with their feminine energy. So you are very much in touch with the hard part of yourself, with I've got to be hard, I've got to be tough, I've got to be invincible. You're very in touch with your masculine side. I've got to be ambitious, I've got to be determined. Now you're getting in touch with the feminine energy in Capricorn. Be like, okay, so I have to take care of myself. I have to make sure I eat. I have to make sure that my body is well rested. I have to make sure that I'm hydrated. I have to make sure that, I'm checking in with the people that love me. Things like that. You're doing the Capricorn actions, but of femininity as well, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Sometimes I'm like, God, I hope they understand what I mean. Let's see this Four of Wands. Clarify Four of Wands. Wow. I keep talking about you stepping into your feminine energy and all the queens are coming out. Clarify Four of Wands. Oh, the Devil. And the Nine of Pentacles. Wow. You know what's so interesting about that? I know those of you who are watching might see these queens and the Lover and be like, this is a love reading. This is not a love reading. I'm telling you, because as I shuffle, as these cards are coming out, the messages just start flowing. I already know what it's trying to say. With this Four of Cups, I actually think that was part of the problem. You may not have realized that you're pushing away any type of connection with the Four of Wands, any person that made you feel like you could possibly love them or they might love you, you would push them away. You would reject them. You would see them sitting there with the Four of Cups. You would see the offer and you're just like, that's nice. That's cute. You were at your lowest vibration of Queen of Wands. And I say lowest vibration because every one of these cards has a high and low vibration, okay? And the Devil here is reinforcing that you are in your toxic Queen of Wands energy. And you know what the Queen of Wands is like when she's toxic? She's demanding, she's bossy, she's controlling. She wants attention from several people, but will not share those people with others. She wants to control these people. She wants to possess these people. They are her slaves. You really thought it made you strong. You were in your Nine of Pentacles. You were just like, I'm just too good for anybody. That's what you would tell yourself. I'm just too good to be with people. These people don't deserve me. It was very egotistical, if I'm being honest. It was coming from a very ego-centered place. Very, yeah, I don't even know what other way to describe it. Very ego-driven. That's why I said it's the lowest vibration of Queen of Wands. And now we have this beautiful Ace of Cups energy. And the Ace of Cups is very feminine. In most tarot, it even looks like the womb, right? The uterus. It's supposed to, because it represents the seat of creation. It represents the feminine energy. And you're finally stepping into that, Capricorn. And I think that that is your highest accomplishment so far, because it's easy for you to have material accomplishments. Compared to other people, you might think like, no, it wasn't. It cost me work. Yes. But you have the determination, the persistence. You put in the work that other people cannot. So for you, it is easy to come across material accomplishments. What's not easy is stepping into this feminine energy. So let's clarify that. Let's clarify this Ace of Cups. Two of Cups. Queen of Swords, Eight of Wands. Wow. And the Chariot. Did I not just say that the opposite energy to Capricorn is Cancer? And look who comes out. The Chariot is Cancer energy. So let me be clear. Now I want to say this. It could have been a person that pushed you into this. You do have Pluto in Capricorn, but Pluto uses whatever methods require you understanding what power is. So it could be because three different queens have shown up, right? We've got the Queen of Pentacles, we've got the Queen of Wands, and now we've got the Queen of Swords with the Lovers, with the Two of Cups. It could be that you fell so deeply in love with somebody that they pushed you into this realization. Could have Cancerian energy with this Chariot. If they do, they truly taught you to get in touch with that part of yourself. And I do think that you're going to always be grateful for that. I don't know if you're still with this person. You might be. You might not be. Either way, you have learned to access a part of yourself that I don't think you ever thought you would. Love has cracked you wide open, Capricorn. And it might have been somebody, could be Earth, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. Honestly, we have all three queens here. Fire. But I feel like the fire queen was you. This feels more like the person that motivated you to do so. So could be Aquarius, Libra, Gemini, to be honest. Because Eight of Wands is like huge action. And it might have been like you not even realizing you were going to fall in love. You might have really thought you were this badass bitch who was never going to bend to anybody. And then somebody shows up and sucker punches your heart. And now you're like, what the fuck is this? Feelings? You're so cute, Capricorn. Let's see this Princess of Cups. Clarify Princess of Cups. We've got the Six of Cups. The Death card. Wow. I knew that was going to come up. I can feel the transformation. And the Hanged Man. Oh, with the Five of Wands. Well, I'll tell you one thing, Capricorn. You fought this shit. You fought like a motherfucker. Because with the Five of Wands, you did not want this. You didn't want these feelings. You didn't want this change. You felt like this was making you weak. It didn't, though. At all. It was just transforming you. So I feel like this person... This might have been somebody that you've known since childhood. This could have been somebody that feels that way, like you've known them for a really long time. Maybe you don't even necessarily know them that long. But with the Six of Cups energy, this is a powerful soul connection. And it's sending you into the hell of change. And you know, hell hell is not bad. We feel like when we say we're transforming, we feel like we're in hell because when we think of what that actually means, okay? Think of a crucible, a kiln, where you take precious metals to melt them down and pull out the impurities. They go through intense heat to be able to be melted down, right? But it removes all the impurities and it makes them sparkling and divine afterwards. And that's what you're going through. It just doesn't feel that way while you're being pounded down to melt in intense heat. It doesn't feel good. I mean, I know pounding sounds good, but it doesn't always feel good. And you were fighting it. You were not, you're like, yeah, I don't want this. This does not feel good, but it's necessary. Let's clarify this Page of Wands. Because honestly, the reason that this came out is because this is what's giving you the energy now. This is what's helping you now put yourself out there, allowing you to be vulnerable and expose your talents, expose the part of you that, you know, needs to be seen from the world. So we get the Eight of Pentacles, Six of Swords, and Nine of Wands with this page. Look at that. King of Pentacles. There you are, Cap. So another reason, so the Page of Cups is putting yourself out there when it comes to creativity, right? Putting yourself out there when it comes to exposing your talents. The Page of Wands. Hold on, let me get a drink of water. Okay, sorry. The Page of Wands is about putting yourself out there and allowing yourself to be in the spotlight, allowing yourself to be the center of attention, which is mostly uncomfortable for Capricorns, right? You guys are not, this is fire energy. It's not something you're built for. But now with this Eight of Pentacles, you're like, wait, I can stand behind my work. I have put in the details. I have put in the effort, the energy. I know that I have perfected my skill, my craft. With the Six of Swords, you're not really mentally defeating yourself anymore, because the Six comes after the Five, right? The Five is about mentally telling yourself, why would they pick you? You're worthless. You don't know shit, blah, 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 blah. Moving past that. You're not doing that anymore. And the Nine of Wands. It's the same energy of determination, persistence, right? Not allowing anything to get in your way. And that, not even yourself. And that gets you into King of Pentacles mode. Now let's clarify this Justice card. What contracts you get in here? Clarify the Justice card. Seven of Swords, Six of Wands, oh, the Tower. Damn. Wow. Capricorn. Let's do this one first. I think that you're realizing that for a really long time, this is the Seven of Swords, you were self-sabotaging. You were the one standing in your own way. Nobody else was. You kept seeing maybe you kept seeing all these obstacles and all these difficulties, and you were like, I'm just never going to get to where I want to be. But you're realizing now that the only one that was stopping you was you. Nobody else was stopping you. And all of a sudden, enlightenment, understanding dawns on you. And not only that, the Tower feels like a double-edged sword right now. So not only do you all of a sudden get clarity, all of a sudden you get understanding, all of a sudden you know, wow, okay, so I'm the only one standing in my own way. Not only that, but all of a sudden, Six of Wands, you get recognition for all the work you're doing. All of this change that you're working on is now getting you recognition. And coupled with this card, it could also mean fame. Now, fame is, relative, subjective. So you could be famous in your area. You could be famous in a certain, or in your work. You could be, like, you're well known. Whatever that means for it's a general reading, so it's going to apply differently to everyone. But maybe you get famous at your job. Maybe you get famous in your neighborhood. Maybe you get famous in your country. Maybe you get famous in the world. Whatever it means, you're going to start being well known for all of the work that you've been doing. Now let's see the Sun card here. Clarify the Sun card. Clarify the Sun card. The Hermit. Woo. Four of Pentacles. Two of Wands, and the High Priestess. Wow. See, what's interesting is both of these cards deal with the esoteric. They deal with the subconscious. They deal with the world of magic. The High Priestess and the Hermit, they're just doing it in different ways. The High Priestess deals with our subconscious mind. It deals with our dreams. It deals with tarot, astrology. Maybe you're starting to tap into things like that help you understand yourself, that help you understand your hang-ups, your trauma. But you've also got the Hermit here. The Hermit comes at this from a different side. The Hermit comes at this through the side of knowledge, through research, through understanding. It's like Pisces and Sag. Although this is Virgo, in this sense, it's coming across very Sagittarian. Like, yes, there is knowledge, but it's occult, esoteric knowledge. And with the Sun card here, these two methods have brought you into clarity. Look at that little halo behind his head. It have brought you this illumination, this clarity of like, oh, I was the dumbass doing this. Fuck. With the Four of Pentacles and the Two of Wands, I do think that you start realizing you have a choice. You can either stay shielding yourself forever, or you can step out into the sunshine and be yourself. One of the two. I mean, I think we know what choice you're making, Capricorn, but for some of you, you're at the precipice of this choice. And for others of you, you're already making the call. You're already making the decision. Now let's clarify this Fool card. Clarify the Fool card. The Fool again, Ace of Swords. Clarify the Fool card. And the Five of Cups. There's the King of Pentacles again. So, Capricorn, you're just doing amazing. So, Fool card, clarified by the Fool again. It's really going to take a lot of faith, a lot of trust in yourself. That all the work you've put in is for nothing. Don't think that way. Remind yourself, everything you've done has a purpose. Even the moments where you feel like you were standing still had a purpose. Even the moments where you felt you were wasting your time had a purpose. And I think that you're understanding that. The Ace of Swords, over here we got the Tower, but here's further clarity of mind. It's starting to really dawn on you. Oh, okay, so that's why this happened. Oh, so that's why this other thing happened. Now, it does end with the Five of Cups. This reflection that you're going through here, it may be because, yeah, you've done things that you regret. You've said things you regret. You've taken actions that you regret. And you may be disappointed in yourself. You may be disappointed in other people. Either way, trust that even those disappointments serve a purpose. They are not disappointments, they're lessons. Even if it came from you, it's still a lesson. It's still a way to improve, okay? So, Capricorn, all I can really say is whoever this person is, love just cracked you the fuck open, and don't waste this opportunity. Even if perhaps you've already lost this person, even if perhaps this is not going to work, make it work with yourself. Because I feel like the reason that you lost this person is because you had not done the work. And now you have the opportunity. So take advantage of it, okay? Because amazing things are coming your way because you have the ability to work on yourself. So congratulations, Capricorn. Make sure that you comment, like or react to the video, share, follow, subscribe, whatever it is, so that you can help the algorithm, okay? And show appreciation for my work. Thank you guys. Bye.